Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my Bachelor blog. I really appreciate you taking the time to check this out. I know there's a bunch of different Bachelor blogs out there, so thank you for checking out this one. Let's get into tonight's episode, shall we? Nick, that lucky son of a gun, surrounded by so many wonderful women. And tonight he went out with Danielle L. One-on-one with Danielle L. Not to be confused with Danielle M. And the Danielle L, the L stands for laughs at everything. Seems like a nice enough girl, but is it just me, or does she have probably one of the most annoying laughs you've come across? And it's one of those laughs which doesn't even seem sincere. I'll be the first person to say, get a woman laughing, get a woman loving. But this laugh just wasn't real. They're walking down the street in Nick's old stomping grounds, and he's like, oh, I used to go to the library and make out with girls. And Danielle's all, And the Nick's telling all these silly jokes, and Danielle's all, Like, can you imagine what a future with that woman would be like? Who was on the phone? Oh, it was the wrong number. But I saved money on my car insurance. It's too much. Couldn't take it. Anyways, so they went on a nice little date, and Danielle, who was super tanned last week, not super tanned this week, which was kind of weird, because one week it's like she's ready to walk in a Black Lives Matter parade, and then this week it looks like she's hanging out with Casper the Ghost. Two different Danielles. At the end of the day, not overly infatuated or interested or feeling a strong appeal to Danielle, so I'm thinking she's not going to be there very long. Then the producers were like, okay, you've waited long enough, now we're going to give you Corinne. But Corinne comes up to us in a group date. In a group date that's completely beneath her because she's helping out at a farm. Corinne doesn't help out at farms. Her nanny doesn't even help out at farms. What is she doing here? Corinne is hilarious because you get to listen to her and you get to hear like exciting things like, you do you, I'ma do me. Thank you for that insightful wisdom, Corinne. That was just wonderful. And I did not know that the D in the word idiot was silent. Oh my God, don't treat me like I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh my God, I said, don't treat me like I'm an idiot. No, absolutely, you are clearly not an idiot. Now, I want to know how much the producers are paying this girl to act so crazy, because I've got to believe in the human spirit that nobody's that nuts. Anyways, so Corinne, I've said it before, I'll say it again. She's this season's version of Chad. Not as entertaining, but she's there to stir the pot and to get a rile out of people before we get to the serious episodes, which, we're still a little ways from. Anyway, so she's completely nutty. So they go on this whole big group date. And it was funny because Nick ends up giving a rose. I forget the name of the lady he gives the rose to. But is it just me or he woke her up? She's on the couch and he's like, yeah, you. Oh, me? What? We're still here? I thought I was asleep. Okay. So that was pretty sad. So very awkward. And then Nick had a wonderful one-on-one date with Raven. Yes, 9 months, and they came up with the name Raven. But I will say this. I really liked Raven in her profile video at the beginning of the season in the first episode, and after that I was just kind of meh. I really liked Raven tonight. She was very nice. She got along well with Nick's family. She was very sweet, very girl next door. It was a nice thing to see. I don't know how far she'll go, but she's very nice. The best line of the night did not belong to Corinne. It did not belong to any of the ladies. In fact, it belonged to Nick's dad, who said, I don't want to see you on the show again. Neither do we, sir. I've got nothing against Nick, and I think he seems like a nice guy, but he's not the draw. The draw right now are these different women, including Corinne, who's just completely off the rails. Corinne's not going to make it. You don't marry Corinne. God knows, I don't even think you date Corinne. If I had a buddy of mine said, oh, I'm dating Corinne, I'd be like, no, you're not, and push him in a snowbank and smarten him up. Corinne's got a beautiful future ahead on Bachelor in Paradise. Anyways, next week, of course, will be interesting. We go through this whole episode, and we don't have a rose ceremony at the end, so we have no idea who's getting kicked off, so we'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Who do you think's going to be making it in the next rose ceremony? let me know. I really appreciate, again, you guys checking this out. It means so much to me. Just so you know, I also review movies, so head on over to my website at wittywhittier.com and you can see all of the latest movie reviews as well. If you're on Facebook, feel free to give my page there a like at facebook.com/wittywhittier. And if you want to reach out to me, if you want to follow me on Twitter, if you want to like retweet or send me a tweet or do anything that has to do with tweeting, CFL_fan is how you can find me there. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back next week. I hope you'll be back with me. And until then, take care.